What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back for another Game of Thrones Season 7 prediction video. Today I want to talk about the Red Witch of Westeros, Melisandre. In this video, I'm going to list several different people that I think could end up killing Melisandre during Season 7. I initially thought that Melisandre had a role to play in the endgame, but I'm not so sure anymore. When Season 6 ended, it appeared that Melisandre's time was running out. Right before the Battle of the Bastards began, Davos went for a walk around the camp and he ended up finding the wooden stag that he had given to Princess Shireen. The toy was now blackened and burnt, and Davos knew right away what had taken place. He knew that Melisandre sacrificed Princess Shireen by burning her alive. After the battle was over and Winterfell was back under the Stark banners, Davos confronted Melisandre while she was talking with Jon. Davos forced her to admit what she had done, and even though Jon had barely known Princess Shireen, you could tell that it affected him emotionally. Davos then asked Jon to execute Melisandre after she had admitted to killing Shireen, but Jon told her to ride south immediately, and if she ever returned to the north, he would have her hanged as a murderer. Then Davos told her if he ever saw her around there again, he would execute her himself. Melisandre then got on her horse, and we see her leaving Winterfell while Jon is outside with Sansa. At the time, we weren't exactly sure where she would go, but thanks to the Season 7 trailer, we now know that Melisandre went back to Dragonstone, which does make perfect sense. She really had nowhere else to go, and Dragonstone was once her home while she was advising Stannis, so she must have went back there thinking it was more or less unoccupied. But it's her journey to Dragonstone that could get interesting. I think one of the biggest theories still out there is that Arya Stark and Melisandre will cross paths again. Now that Melisandre is heading south, and Arya will be heading north, this is the perfect time for them to meet again. If you remember back in Season 3, Arya and Gendry were with the Brotherhood without banners, and at the time, Gendry planned on staying with the Brotherhood to be their smith. He said they were a family, and he's never had a family of his own. But the Brotherhood ended up having other plans for Gendry. When Melisandre showed up looking for him, Thoros and Beric ended up selling Gendry to Melisandre, and this did not sit well with Arya. She knew exactly what Melisandre was going to do. She knew that Melisandre had evil intentions and that she was going to hurt Gendry, which made Arya furious. So she confronted Melisandre, and that's when Melisandre grabbed Arya by the face and she said, "I see a darkness in you, and in that darkness eyes staring back at me. Brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes you'll shut forever. We will meet again." Ever since Melisandre said this to Arya, we've all been waiting for this day to come. And during Season 7, we just might get this potential fatal reunion. Melisandre is heading south to Dragonstone, and Arya is currently at the Twins, but she will eventually go north back to Winterfell. And this is when Arya could get her revenge, because as of right now, she must assume that Gendry is dead. The last time Arya saw Gendry, he was being taken away by Melisandre, and she hasn't heard a word from him since. Melisandre is still on Arya's list, and right now Arya is on a mission to scratch all those names off of that list. But there is also a chance that Arya and Melisandre do meet again, without Arya even knowing that it's her. We can assume that Melisandre makes it safely to Dragonstone because we see her there in the trailer. But there is still a chance that they meet again while they are both traveling, which would explain how Melisandre made it to Dragonstone alive. About a month or two ago, the actress who portrays Melisandre posted a picture to her Instagram account. And in the picture, Melisandre is getting her makeup done for Season 7. Based off this photo, we know that Melisandre is going to appear as a much older woman once again. It takes hours and hours to apply this makeup, so I don't think they'd be doing this unless they planned on filming it. I think Melisandre may travel south as the old woman. We know that Melisandre is all alone, and traveling as a beautiful woman all alone in this world is very dangerous. But if she travels as her natural self, which is an extremely old lady, the chances of someone trying to rape and murder her are a lot less likely to happen. And if she's traveling as an old woman, she can cross paths with Arya, and she won't even know that it's her. Considering they are both going to be heading directly at each other, this is going to be a good time for them to meet again. But we know that Arya doesn't kill her because we see her on Dragonstone in the trailer, so I'm thinking Melisandre may travel under disguise as the old woman in order to keep herself safe. But even if Melisandre is able to sneak past Arya and make it to Dragonstone, she can still potentially be killed while she is at Dragonstone. I think Gendry could end up being the one to kill her when they meet again. We've seen dozens of photos this offseason of actors on Dragonstone, and in a number of those photos we can see Gendry is still alive and kicking. Gendry knows exactly what Melisandre planned on doing to him, and I definitely think these two will see each other again on Dragonstone, and this might not end well for Melisandre, who's already in hot water as it is. Not only will Gendry see Melisandre again, but Gendry and Davos can both confront her at the same time. We've seen Davos and Gendry in photos together on Dragonstone as well. So what do you think these two are going to say to her when they meet Melisandre again and they see that she's still alive and most likely trying to counsel Daenerys now? Jon ordered Melisandre to go south or else he would have her hanged for the murder of Shireen. How is Jon going to react when Gendry and his most trusted advisor Davos tell him that Melisandre tried to sacrifice Gendry also? I don't think this is going to sit well with Jon. I don't think he's going to continue to put up with that shit. And we already know how Davos feels about her. When Davos sees that she's still alive, and now with Daenerys, that's really going to piss him off. He already made remarks to her about leaving Stannis and swearing fealty to Jon, and now she's probably going to be up Dany's ass. I feel like Melisandre could end up getting her ass thrown off of that cliff at Dragonstone. Gendry does have a good heart, and he's not a killer like most men in Westeros, but I can definitely see him wanting to retaliate when he sees Melisandre again. He knows she was going to sacrifice him, and I think once Jon learns of this too, Melisandre can definitely be executed now. I don't see her being given another chance, no way in hell. Someone is going to end up killing her, whether that be Jon Snow, Ser Davos, Arya Stark, or Gendry is still up for debate, but her time is definitely running out. Comment below and tell me what you think's going to happen to Melisandre next season. How will Jon and Davos react when they see her again? What will Gendry do when he finds out she is there? Or do you think Arya is still going to meet her later in the season or in Season 8 and put her out of her misery and scratch her name off of the list? Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for stopping by and watching the video. I appreciate all the support and feedback you always give me. I want to thank my Patreon supporters for their kind donations to the channel as well. I'll see you all down in the comments. Bye.